Hello wine people, this is video number 6 where I'm going to be answering and explaining 40 multiple choice questions on vineyard management for WSET Level 3 in Wines course preparation. This video is part of our Thirsty and Wise study and support program for WSET Level 3 in Wines course. So all the details about this program and our contact details are below. I would love to help if you're preparing for your WSET Level 3 in Wine course. So these 40 multiple choice questions will be part of the learning outcome number 1, and from which you get 8 questions of 54 multiple choice part of the exam. Question number 1. What is the primary goal of grape grower? To maximize grape yield regardless of quality, to produce a healthy crop of ripe grapes suitable for the desired wine style, to maximize cost in vineyard operation, to maximize the alcohol content of the grapes. The correct answer is B, to produce healthy crop of ripe grapes suitable for the desired wine style and quality. What factors must be considered when selecting a vineyard site? Environmental conditions, business consideration, and grape variety, proximity to urban areas and availability to pesticides, vineyard history and previous crops grown, local consumer wine preference only. The correct answer is A, environmental conditions, business consideration, and grape variety. What does environmental suitability include when selecting a vineyard site? Average temperature, rainfall, sunlight hours, and soil fertility, land cost and accessibility to machinery, market demand for wine in the region, legal restrictions on grape varieties. The correct answer is A, average temperature, rainfall, sunlight hours, and soil fertility. So how suitable is a region and its climate to the grape varieties? Why is proximity to utility infrastructure important in vineyard site selection? To ensure adequate irrigation during the growing season, to reduce logistical cost, improve vineyard operation, to allow easier pest management practices, to increase grape quality. Why is proximity to utility infrastructure? So the correct answer is B, to reduce logistical cost, improve vineyard operation. In the EU, what may restrict the grape varieties planted in certain regions? Local weather conditions, legal regulations, availability of rootstock, consumer demand. The correct answer is B, legal regulations. So as we know, in Europe, it is there's rules and regulations with appellations which grape varieties can be grown and be part of the, if you want to follow the rules and regulations of the appellation system and put their appellation of origin. When are the first yield typically expected from newly planted vines? In the first year, second, third year, fifth year. The correct answer is C, in third year after planting. Why is it common for vineyard land to be left fallow after vines are removed? To allow soil to recover, to eliminate pests permanently, to avoid nutrient depletion in neighboring vineyards, to prepare land for non-vineyard crops. The correct answer is A, to allow soil to recover. What is the purpose of vine training? To increase alcohol content of the grapes, to shape wine's permanent wood and optimize fruit production, to simplify vineyard management techniques, to decrease need for irrigation. The correct answer is B, to shape wine's permanent wood and optimize fruit production. What is head training? A vine training system where shoots grow from a single permanent trunk, a pruning technique that maximizes leaf growth, a system using multiple permanent cordons, a training style suited for high density vineyards only. The correct answer is A, a vine training system where shoots grow from a single permanent trunk. What is the main purpose of winter pruning? To maximize leaf growth during the growing season, to determine the number and location of the buds for the next season's growth, to increase wine's carbohydrate reserves, to remove all permanent wood from the vine. The correct answer is B, to determine the number and location of the buds for the next season's growth. What is the difference between spore pruning and replacement cane pruning. Spore pruning leaves short sections of wood, while cane pruning leaves longer sections. Spore pruning is used in high density vineyards, while cane pruning is not. Replacement cane pruning only uses cordon training. Spore pruning requires skilled labor, while cane pruning does not. The correct answer is A. Spore pruning leaves short sections of the wood. So spore is the 2 to 3 bud part of wood, while cane pruning leaves, on cane you have 8 to 20 buds. What is the most common trailing system? Gobelet, vertical shoot positioning, or VSP, bush vine training, single guillot. The correct answer is B, vertical shoot positioning. Why is canopy management important? To maximize water absorption in dry climate, to control sunlight exposure and improve air circulation, to reduce labor cost in pruning and harvesting, to increase sugar levels in grapes. The correct answer is B, to control sunlight exposure and improve circulation. What is the benefit of using trellised vineyards? They are suitable for steep slopes, they allow mechanical harvesting and spraying, they reduce the need for the canopy management, they increase natural sweetness of the grapes. The correct answer is B, they allow mechanical harvesting and spraying. Why might a grower choose a low density planting system? To maximize the use of water in regions where limited rainfall, to increase competition among vines for nutrients, to promote vegetative growth in fertile soils, to ensure faster ripening of grapes. So the correct answer is A, to maximize the use of water in regions where with limited rainfall. So if there is a limited amount of resources like heat, sunlight, and water in this case, then you're gonna be focusing on a smaller amount, lower amount of vines, so they don't compete with a low amount of resources like water, because there is not enough. What is green harvesting? The removal of immature grapes to control yields, the practice of harvesting only white grape varieties, a method pruning vines after bud burst, a system of replanting vines to reduce diseases. So the correct answer is A, to remove of immature grapes to control yields. Well, let me see. Vines after bud burst, system of planting vines to reduce yields. Green harvesting. Yeah, I would say A removal of immature grapes to control yields. Not just immature grapes, but generally excess amount of green grapes, in order to reduce the yields, in order to increase quality and ripeness. Why are bush vines suitable for hot, dry climates? They provide natural shade to protect grapes from sunburn, they increase air circulation around the canopy, they allow for high density planting in arid regions, they enable mechanical harvesting on slopes. The correct answer is A, they provide natural shade to protect grapes from sunburn. So bush vines, they look like a bush. You're going to see them in very warm, dry conditions, and you're going to see that the leaves are actually covering the grapes to protect them from sunburn. What is key challenge in vineyards with high rainfall? Excessive vine vigor and spread of fungal diseases, reduced sunlight and low grape acidity, increased competition for nutrients, over-ripening of grapes due to high humidity. The correct answer is A, excessive vine vigor and spread of fungal diseases. How can fungal diseases be controlled in wet climates? Using canopy management to improve air circulation, applying fertilizer regularly throughout the growing season, increasing the density of planting to limit water exposure, allowing the vines to grow without pruning. This can be, but a proper way to do it is using canopy management to improve air circulation. What is primary risk of overcropping in vineyards, so producing too much grapes? increased alcohol content in wine, reduced flavor concentration in grapes, enhanced tannin levels in the final wine, improved yields without quality loss. The correct answer is B, reduced flavor concentration in grapes. So this is what we're talking about. So if you have too much competition, if you have too much grapes and not enough resources like sunlight, like water, then you're going to produce grapes with reduced flavor concentration. That's why it's difficult to get quantity and quality. What is the main advantage of using a resistant rootstock? They increase grape sugar levels, they protect vines from from pests like Phylloxera, they enhance the flavor of the final wine, they allow for earlier harvest dates. The correct answer is B, they protect vines from pests like Phylloxera. What is the goal of sustainable vineyard management? To eliminate all pests and diseases, to balance grape production with environmental health, to maximize yields in growing conditions, to ensure all organic practices are used. The correct answer is B, to balance grape production with environmental health. So balance. What are nematodes? Microscopic worms that damage vine roots, a type of fungal diseases affecting grape leaves, insects that feed on grape berries, predators used in integrated pest management. The correct answer is A, microscopic worms that damage vine roots. What is the purpose of using netting in vineyards? To protect grapes from birds and mammals, to improve air circulation within the canopy, to increase sunlight exposure on the grape cluster, to reduce spread of viral diseases. Correct answer is A, to protect grapes from birds and mammals. Why are early budding grape varieties more susceptible to frost? They require higher temperature to ripen. Their buds are exposed to cold conditions earlier in the season. They have thinner skin and that are more easily damaged. They grow in regions with high humidity. The correct answer is A. The correct answer is B. Their buds are exposed to cold conditions because they bud early, and because they bud early, usually we have cold, unpredictable weather early in the season, so that's why they're more exposed, more susceptible to frost in the spring. How does cover cropping benefit vineyards? So cover cropping is the crops other than a vineyard, like it can be just grass grown between the vines. It reduces soil erosion to promote biodiversity, increases the need for irrigation, it encourages fungal diseases growth, it limits air circulation in wet climates. How does cover cropping benefit vineyards? So it's A, it reduces soil erosion and promotes biodiversity. What is the purpose of biodynamic practices in vineyard? To increase chemical fertilizer use, to integrate cosmic cycle into vineyard management, to eliminate the need for pruning and training, to enhance grape ripening through mechanical means. The correct answer is B, to integrate cosmic cycle into vineyard management. What is the function of trellis in vineyard management? To eliminate fungal diseases, to support vines shoot and manage canopy growth, to increase soil fertility, to reduce the need for irrigation. The correct answer is B, to support vines shoots and manage canopy growth. So trellis system is what supports the plant, the vine. Why might machine harvesting be preferred over hand harvesting? It allows for better grape selection. It is faster and more cost effective. It ensures stem remain intact. It eliminates the need for vineyard pruning. The correct answer is B. It is faster and more cost effective. What is the purpose of summer pruning? To reduce excessive vegetative growth, to improve soil drainage, to encourage the growth of new buds for the next season, to increase vines' carbohydrate reserves. The correct answer is A, to reduce excessive vegetative growth. So leaves, excessive shoots. Why are organic vineyards often more labor intensive? They require higher planting densities, they limit the use of chemical treatments, they use only replacement cane pruning, they require daily canopy management. The correct answer is B. They limit the use of chemical treatments. And with less chemical treatments, you need to work harder in order to protect the vines from pests and diseases and all the hazards. How does planting density affect vine competition? High density increases competition for water and nutrients. Low density encourages vine vigor. High density reduces air circulation. Low density increases yields per vine. How does planting density affect vine competition? So high density increases competition for water and nutrients. This is correct. So A, high density increases competition for water and nutrients. Low density encourages vine vigor. But I mean, the question is, sometimes, you know, the questions I make not so straightforward. But how does planting density affect vine competition? That's the question. So A, high density increases the competition for water and nutrients. So this is in the case, just for you to understand, my apologies for this. If there's a lot of resources in the region, like for example, there's a lot of water, especially a lot of water and nutrients, then you can, in order for the vine not to focus on the vegetative growth, and instead of focusing on the ripeness of the grapes, you need to increase the competition. So they can actually be focusing on the ripeness of the grapes instead of focusing on vegetative growth, because the vine feels as, you know, if it needs to, if it's lack of resources, then it's transferring its focus from growing the vegetative part to growing ripe grapes. Why is machine harvesting unsuitable for certain style of wine? It cannot harvest grapes from sloped vineyards. So why is machine harvesting dobro? Okay. It damages grape stems, which is essential for specific style. It cannot differentiate between ripe and unripe grapes. It reduces the sugar levels in harvested grapes. Why is machine harvesting unsuitable for a certain style of wine? It cannot differentiate between the differentiation is essential for a specific style. I would say certain style of wine. I would say B, it damages grapes, which is essential for specific style of wine, like for example champagne or carbonic maceration. So B. What is the goal of green harvesting? To enhance ripeness and flavor concentration, to reduce fungal disease pressure, to extend growing season, to increase vine carbohydrate storage. So the question is, why is green harvest? What is the goal of green harvesting? So the correct answer is A, to enhance grape ripeness and flavor concentration. So removing excess grapes in order for the ones that are still on the vine to be ripe and concentrated. What does sustainable agriculture prioritize in vineyard management? Long-term soil health and reduced chemical inputs, increasing vineyard mechanization, maximizing yield regardless of soil health, preventing biodiversity within the vineyard. So the correct answer is A. Sustainable viticulture is a long-term soil health and reduced chemical inputs. What is key focus of integrated pest management, or lutte raisonnée in French? Eliminates all pests, managing pests using natural predators and minimal chemicals, minimizing pest application, maximizing pesticide application, creating pest-free zones around vineyards. So the correct answer is B, managing pests using natural predators and minimum chemicals. What is a benefit of late pruning. Encourages early bud burst, delays bud burst to reduce frost risk, reduces wine's carbohydrate reserves, increases susceptibility to fungal diseases. The correct answer is B, delays bud burst to reduce frost risk. So you're gonna prune later, so this will delay the budding of the vine, which can protect from early spring frost. Why are steep slopes challenging for vineyard management? They require high planting densities, they limit the use of machinery, they encourage overcropping, they improve air circulation excessively. The correct answer is B, they limit use of machinery. What is a benefit of hand harvesting? Allows for selective picking of grape clusters, increases harvesting speed, reduces labor costs significantly, avoids damage to grape clusters entirely. The correct answer is A, allows for selective picking of grape clusters. Last question. Why is soil drainage important? Prevents erosion entirely, reduces oxygen levels in the soil, ensures roots health, and reduces waterlogging, encourages excessive vine vigor. The correct answer is C, ensures root health and reduces waterlogging. Wine people, thanks so much for watching this video. Please let me know how well you did. Please let me know questions that you have. In the next video, we'll be talking about common elements in winemaking and maturation. Until then, please stay thirsty and wise.